Hello, this is Dr. Knight. We're talking about the duration of the fast. This is the key management aspect of intermittent fasting. It allows you to vary the leeway to manage your fast according to your individual response. So the duration is broken up into two parts. First part is the number of days you're going to fast. That range varies from 1 day to 30 days, typically. That allows you enough time to appropriately evaluate your response to the program, to the process. The second duration part is the daily time frame and schedule you set and you manage according to your own pace. And that phase is 3 8-hour periods. One period is the sleep phase, 8-hour sleep phase. The second phase is the fasting phase. And the third 8-hour period is the eating phase. Thought you'd like that part. So you have 3 8-hour periods. One 8-hour period that you're sleeping. You're fasting during that period of time. Second phase is personal management. You're fasting during that phase, 8 hours. And the third phase is the eating phase. You're going to eat one meal at the beginning of that phase and one meal at the end of that phase. There's your 2 meals a day. Now, if you were cutting down from 5 meals a day or 4 meals a day, then you would eat 3 meals during that 8-hour period. That's the eating phase. That's the variation in that period of time. Now, if by chance you during that period of time that you're eating, you have those two. Let's say you eat two meals a day, and during that period of time between those 2 meals, you're having a little difficulty. Well, you can do a light snack or drink fluids or healthy snacks. Something lighter like a vegetable, the vegetable that you don't normally eat, or lemon tea, spring water infused with lemon or something like that. Something to hold you over between the time. Right? Another variation during that second phase of fasting, where you personally manage your time, fasting time, you break that time up between the time before you eat, before you go to sleep, and the time you wake up. So before you go to sleep, typically 3 hours. You give yourself 3 hours. This is the way your food digests. You go to sleep, and you're not digesting food. You certainly don't want to eat and then go to sleep. So you give yourself at least 3 hours. You could give yourself 4 hours. There's your time of adaptability, variability. And after you wake up, it's another 5 hours. If it's 3 hours before you go to sleep, then to make up that 8-hour fasting method period, then you're going to it's going to be 5 hours before you have your meal. So maybe you can't, maybe you're not able to wait 5 hours before you eat when you wake up. Maybe it's an hour, 2 hours. You see the flexibility you have there? You have to say, I can't wait 5 hours, it's 3 hours now, I need something to eat. Well, you can do something very light, but if you do eat, then the next day or the next couple of days, you do a little bit better. 3.5 hours is a little bit better. 4 hours is a little bit better until you reach that 5 hour. There's that flexibility you have and that individuality in responses. Some people can do the 5 hours. Some people have a little trouble doing the 5 hours. And there's some people who can do 8 hours at the drop of a hat, day after day. But know you're logging your response and giving yourself time to your body to adapt. And that's the key. And flexibility. So 3 8-hour periods, sleep phase, let's say you sleep 5 hours. So you have to make up 3 hours at some end, in some phase. You have to make up that 3 hours that you didn't fast during your sleep. If you sleep more than 8 hours, then you have 2-hour leeway that you can subtract from the individual managerial phase. I hope that makes sense. Listen to this again so that you get the idea of the 3 periods of time during the day. And the other thing is how many days you're going to give yourself, or how long a span of time.